more straightforward, the more vocal, the more you're willing to just lay it out on the table.
Never, never, never die. 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 Never die.
All right. It is Monday. Man, talk about a good week off. No podcasting, no nothing. Business, family vacation, all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like just handling stuff and just treating myself. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you got to do every so often. But before getting today's podcast, I'd like to thank my podcast sponsors, Everyday Fit Life. You're looking for a guide, a step-by-step way to line in your nutrition, how to eat, what to eat, when to eat, and really dial your diet around what you want. That's the best part of this program. It's the best part of the setup. It's set up for what you eat. It's just the portions you need. You know what I'm saying? The timing, a few little tips and tricks that are going to give you that insight that you just might be missing. And you can get 30 days of help, 60 days of help, 90 days of help. You can determine how much help you need at Everyday Fit Life. Use my link, get 20% off with your purchase at Everyday Fit Life. I appreciate it. Check it out. Thank you very much. But let's get into today's show. I took some time off. I needed a little breather, a little break, a little downtime. And that's one of those things is when you get this downtime, when you get these breaks, when you get these opportunities to really enjoy yourself, you get to really stay in the moment. It's always hard to stay in the moment because our minds are constantly drifting into what our responsibilities are. There's an indication of like there's always something that needs to be done, and it's something that's always been on the forefront of my life. You know what I'm saying? I've never really had an opportunity to enjoy my life. I've never really had an opportunity to just relax, let my shoulders down, breathe. You know what I'm saying? Because like for a long time, I was on my own. I was supporting everybody, or all responsibilities rely on me. And if I'm not doing my job, if I'm not working, then nothing gets done. That's the main thing that I'm talking about here. It's one of those things where as a father, as a man, it's your responsibility to take care of everything. You know what I'm saying? And nowadays, it's a lot different. Those responsibilities and all that actions is not the same as it used to be. You know what I'm saying? And I've been in relationships and I've been in marriages where it's not one sided, but I just didn't know how to balance it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have an understanding or an aspect of like how I should be spreading out myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I was spreading myself pretty fucking thin, just trying to manage, work, bills, money, family, fucking, responsibilities, obligations, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You as a man, for the majority of us, we're spread pretty fucking thin, very light on the mental fucking health. You know what I'm saying? We just don't have an opportunity to fucking breathe because it's always something. It's always the next thing. It's always what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of those things that I love is that, like, I'm actually in a relationship and I'm married to a beautiful woman who is very thoughtful, very kind, very giving, and very understanding. And also, too, is my teammate. You know what I'm saying? They support me. They're there to help me. They're there for me to bounce my ideas, bounce my feelings, bounce my emotions, bounce my anxiety or fucking whatever bullshit's happening with me. I can actually speak out loud and not feel like I'm going to be judged or feel like I'm going to fucking like I'm fucking up. You see what I'm saying? Having this other aspect of not of a relationship where it's not toxic and it's not like forced. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a lot of men out there that are listening to this that are like, what do you mean toxic and forced? Well, sometimes we just do what we got to do. Sometimes we're just complacent. Sometimes we just deal. Sometimes we're just fucking like, this, I can make this work. You know what I'm saying? And I've definitely had my fair shares of those relationships where it's just like, I'll just make do. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of happy. I'm kind of okay. I'm, like whatever. It's just another thing I got to fucking work. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of guys out there that have these relationships or have these marriages where they feel undervalued or misunderstood or not understood at all. And like, it's not that they dread to go home, but they just don't want to deal with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And bullshit can mean a lot of things, an awful lot of things. But one of the things that I've come to learn is a more straightforward, the more vocal, the more you're willing to just lay it out on the table. It makes conversations a lot fucking easier. It makes everything a lot fucking easier. It can make your life a lot happy because there's a lot less stress. But also too is like when you have a partner, when you have a teammate, when you have someone who is there that is not fucking trying to fucking like, you got to do this, like you're being lazy, you're being tired. It's like there's a lot of aspects in life where it's like, you can only do so much in a day. You can only do so much as a man. You can only do so much as a father. You can only do so much as a husband. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of those things that you don't have to do all these things. Everything has a time. Everything has a place. And, you can enjoy your life, you know? I've always, put all my effort, all 100% of what I can do, 110% into just working my ass off. But now it's like, oh, because I have support, because I have this team, because I have this person in my life, because I have the ability to fucking like actually step back out of the bullshit and hang out and enjoy. I've never had that very often or very much. It's just it's a different thing, you know what I'm saying? Like also too, it's one of those things that you have to like grow into. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us right now, we don't know what a healthy relationship feels like. We don't know what a healthy relationship is. We don't, like if shit's not chaotic, if shit is fucking out of control, if shit is just not, popping off all the time, something's wrong. You know what I'm saying? You could sit next to each other and not fucking talk and converse, or have a conversation and just enjoy each other. But it's like there has to be this like rub. There has to be this argument. There has to be this underlying issue. Otherwise, nothing is right. And that's one of those things that I'm trying to get across because, I start talking about enjoying my life. I had to learn how to enjoy my life. I had to learn how to be normal. I had to learn how to be comfortable. I had to learn to be in a real relationship. And when I mean a healthy relationship, that's more of a better term. Being in a healthy relationship and understanding what a healthy relationship is. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's no arguments, there's no fights, there's no you need to clean the dishes, you need to pick up, you need to fucking, whoop diddy whoop. Insert anything that fucking ticks you off because you're too fucking tired because you just got off of fucking work and now you got to come home to a dirty house, nothing picked up. You know what I'm saying? And then you're expected to either cook dinner, fix something, or fucking like have to handle something, and you just walk through the fucking door. You know what I'm saying? Insert whatever fucking excuse you want to insert. You know what I'm saying? And people are like, well, it goes both ways. I was like, guess the fuck what? It absolutely fucking does. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing that's going to be like the factor in this is I shouldn't have to come home to bullshit. I should come home to being happy. I should come home to fucking love. I should come home to like, oh, you're home, fucking great day. Let's break it down. Let's have this conversation. Whoop did he fucking whoop, and then enjoy the day. You know what I'm saying? I do also understand that there's a time and place for laying down business, what needs to get done, but also too, you shouldn't have to come home and feel anxious. You shouldn't come home and feel dread. You shouldn't come home and feel like like I got to deal with this fight that's about to fucking happen. That's what I'm fucking saying. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of guys out there that are just like fed up, sick and tired, but they just don't know how to deal. They just don't know what to feel. They just don't know how to react because it's like normal now. You know what I'm saying? Social media promotes all this fucking like bullshit and fucking men are shit, fucking people are shit, fucking, nobody, good for fucking nothing, this and this and this. And like I said, you can throw every fucking excuse you can think of right now into that fucking slot. And it's what's fucking promoted. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. The family unit, fucking, a relationship unit, a fucking, it's this negative head to head that has to happen. But it's so fucking crazy because like the unspoken family unit, the unspoken relationship, the unspoken love and care that no one fucking talks about anymore is the healthy fucking relationship. You know what I'm saying? How many times have people fucking been in their relationships and be like, fuck, I'm not happy, but don't acknowledge it? Or, like have these arguments and these fights and they just think it's fucking normal. You know what I'm saying? It's always this constant back and forth when it should just be fucking relaxed. It should be fucking chill. It should be fucking happy. It should be enjoyable, you know? And it's one of those things I had to learn that balance. And then I had to learn that it's okay. I had to learn that this is what I like. This is what I accept. This is what I want. You know what I'm saying? One of the biggest things, and I'll speak for most men, you know what I'm saying? Not all men, but for most men, we want peace. We want to come home. We want to feel relaxed. We want to feel comfortable. We want to feel vulnerable in our own fucking home. But when a man has to come home and his guard has to be fucking up because he's either being demasculine or fucking, treated like fucking shit. And like I said, there's different stories for different fucking people. But what I'm saying is I do acknowledge that a lot of these relationships out there that we deal with and that we're in, we just kind of let this fucking bullshit fucking happen. You know what I'm saying? I've had good relationships, I have bad relationships, but guess what? I'm on point. Right now, my marriage is the best fucking thing that's ever fucking happened to me in my life because I've leveled up in a way that I never thought I would consider ever. You know what I'm saying? I've never had the ability to fucking count on somebody. I've never had the ability to trust 100% into somebody. I've never had the ability to fucking have this sense of trust, happiness, loyalty, fucking expectation. All like I said, this is something that is not new to me because, like I said, we've been married six fucking years. You know what I'm saying? When I met her, it's just like she was so cool, she was so down to earth, she was so all this stuff. But guess what? That was her. That's what she's about. That's like I said, it's a whole other thing. You know what I'm saying? In the last few years, everything that I ever wanted to do in my life, I was able to fucking do and do more. And I continue to do more because of this relationship, because of this thing that we have where we're not at each other's fucking throats. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people out there that understand what I'm saying because it's like, oh, they have that, but it's not promoted. It's not talked about. It's not fucking like one of these fucking things that is shared more. You know what I'm saying? Social media only shares negativity. They only share the fucking hate. They only share the fucking bullshit that fucking pops, drops, and fucking, and gets those clicks. But the thing is a man and a woman are in a positive relationship that creates something, that makes something. You know what I'm saying? That's where you get functional fucking people. That's where you get fucking happiness. That's where you get people that are just don't give a fuck about any other bullshit. They just want to live their lives and be fucking happy. They don't want to be bothered. They don't want to fucking be fucking dealing with other people's fucking bullshit or drama. I'm talking about this because guess what? Like I said, I've, not once in my life until I was married to the woman that I'm married to right now, Kristen, I've never had an opportunity to take a vacation. I never had an opportunity to go anywhere. I've never had an opportunity to fucking breathe. All right. I've never had an opportunity to make my life successful. I was just grinding and always constantly on that dig of I got to pull myself out of this fucking hole. I get my head above water. I can breathe a little bit. And then all of a sudden, boom, the fucking wave hits me. And now I'm fucking struggling to get back fucking up again. That's the analogy I put in my fucking life because that's how it always was. I just barely treading water, just barely fucking making it. You know what I'm saying? Just barely fucking just, not sure how my life's going to fucking be. Just knowing that I'm going to live this way and be this way my whole fucking life. And then when you have someone who can spark positivity, when you can have someone who believes in you, trusts in you, and knows that you can do something, that can absolutely fucking change your whole fucking perspective. Because a lot of us have a lot of negativity in our life. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that negativity sparks from someone really close to fucking us, and it's hard to acknowledge or see it, or just fucking being like, oh my god, this is not fucking good. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people out there that are like that. There's a lot of people out there that are just fucking like, oh my god. And like I said, I'm not sitting here fucking saying, fucking break up, do all this. It's like, no, it's understanding it, it's seeing it, it's recognizing it, and then doing something positive to fucking fix it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we don't acknowledge it, we don't understand it, but we just continue to fucking do it. You can never correct anything if you don't fucking acknowledge it. You can never fix something if you don't stand up to it. You can never change your life if you just let it fucking happen. You know what I'm saying? You got to put in the time and the fucking effort to correct everything. You know what I'm saying? I've put in my time. I've put in my fucking effort. And I'm at this part of my life where I'm just fucking happy. And I want people to fucking understand that. You know what I'm saying? I could be absolutely just fucking blabbing on and no one fucking understands or fucking gets it or fucking hears what I'm fucking saying. But that's what I'm trying to fucking get across. You know, once you really fucking build that standard of understanding that this is what I want, this is what I want to do, and this is what's going to get me my happiness. You know, like I said, there's a lot of crazy shit that happens out in this fucking world. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us are trained to fucking just deal with it. Just let it fucking happen. Out of sight, out of mind. Don't talk about it. Keep it to your fucking self and it'll go away. But it never goes away. It will never go away. You sit in it, you fucking, and it just stews and it only gets worse and it only gets worse. And you build this fucking, all these emotions and these feelings. And once you build these emotions, these feelings, you don't know what to do with them. You don't know how to fucking handle them. A lot of us were never fucking trained how to, or taught what emotions or feelings are, or really how to fucking deal with those emotions or feelings. You know what I'm saying? Having that anxiety, being overstimulated. You know, it's just one of those things. It's like those weren't terms, those weren't informations, or this wasn't a thing when I was growing up. It was just like, oh, he's mad all the time. You know what I'm saying? Or he's just not happy. You know what I'm saying? And like, there's all these things now, and my life is so much fucking clearer now, and I have an appreciation for it. You know what I'm saying? And that vacation I was just on was an appreciation that I have now. You know what I'm saying? It's a much higher appreciation because, like, my kids are all older and I can go do things. Me and my wife can go do things. We can, enjoy our fucking day, enjoy our fucking time. And that's exactly what we fucking did. And that's the fucking best part of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just barely stepping back into fucking, you know, my week, getting my feet on the fucking ground, trying to fucking get my shit all fucking, put together. But that's what I'm fucking saying. You know what I'm saying? It's like, when you have these breaks, when you have these times off, when you have the ability to fucking just breathe and fucking relax and appreciate your fucking life, it definitely gives you a better fucking perspective on things. You know what I'm saying? And I might be fucking just, I'm not trying to brag or any of that fucking bullshit. It's one of those things I want people to understand. I want people to really fucking get it. Like, you have to put time and effort into your life to fucking enjoy. So you need to understand your environment. You need to understand who's around you. You need to understand the energy waves that are flowing around you. And that might sound hippie fucking dippy, but guess the fuck what? It's a real fucking thing. Negative people drag you down. Positive people bring you up. Always remember that fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? And someone's always fucking just dragging ass, and that's going to drag you fucking down. So make sure you understand that. So guess the fuck what? This is the Angry Motherfucking Dad. You want to watch my shit? YouTube. You want to listen to Spreaker, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, SoundCloud, Deezer, iHeartRadio. This motherfucker's everywhere. Easy fucking find it. Rate, review, like, subscribe, all that fucking bullshit. I'm also part of the Inner Circle Podcast Network, group of powerful podcasters out there sharing their shit. As InnerCirclePN.com. We'll take you to every websites, every one of our shows. Make sure you check it the fuck out. We have shows as The Plunge, Simmons and More, Failing Hollywood, The Untrained Eye, The Hood Diner. Shit happens when you party naked, so make sure you check it the fuck out. And I'll see y'all motherfuckers on the next one. Fuck.
Always living, always living, always living, always living, always living.